Hi folks, we are going to write all three forms of linear equations in this section. So first off, let's think about how you find the slope of a line. If I give you 2 points, you should know right away what the slope formula is. Okay, slope is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Also, when you think of forms of a linear equation, you should be able to name at least one common form of a linear equation, and that would be slope-intercept form. Okay, so that's y equals mx plus b. Okay, the second form that I want you to think of is point-slope form. That's y minus y1 equals m times parentheses x minus x1. The third one is not used as often, but is used when you're solving systems, and that's called standard form. That's when you have the x and the y are both variables on the same side with integer coefficients, and then the constant is on the other side. Okay, in other words, there aren't fractions or decimals. So ax plus by equals c. All right, so point slope form. If I give you a point and I give you a slope, or I give you, the slope, you should be able to write out the equation in point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Means you just plug in the x1 and the y1, that comes from the point, and then the m. So leaving y as a variable here, minus 2, because that's the y coordinate, slope is 3, and then x minus negative 6 is going to be plus 6. That's point slope form. When you're given 2 points, how do you come up with point slope form? Well, you need the slope first. So you're going to take y minus y over x minus x. So that's going to give you a slope of negative 2. And then you can use either point and you'll get the same answer. In other words, y minus 3 equals negative 2 times x minus negative 2, which is plus 2. Okay, so that's one form, or I can use the negative 1, 1. So it'll be y minus 1 equals negative 2 and x minus negative 1, so that's plus 1. If I solve both of those for y, I would get the same equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, so 3 forms of an equation. Slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Point-slope form, y minus y1 equals m, x minus x1. And then standard form, ax plus by equals c. And that form is when you have no decimals or fractions. So if I asked you to write all 3 forms, when I look at this, point slope form is the very first one that comes to mind because it's the easiest. I can just do y minus negative 4, so it's plus 4, equals 2/3, and then x minus negative 3, so it's plus 3. Okay, so that's one form, that's point slope form. To go to slope intercept form then, I would distribute, so I would have 2/3 x plus 2 when I distribute 2/3 times 3. And then I'm going to need to subtract 4. So that would be y equals 2/3 x minus 2. So that's my second form. It's slope-intercept form. And then finally, standard form. For standard form, you want to get the x on the other side and get rid of that fraction. Okay, so the way to get rid of the fraction is to multiply the whole equation by the common denominator. Well, that denominator, there's only one, and it's 3. So then I have to multiply each term by 3. That would give me 3y equals 2x minus 6. And then I just need that x on the other side. So subtract 2x. I would have negative 2x plus 3y equals negative 6. That would be my third form, standard form. And in that example here, my a value would be the negative 2, my b value would be 3, and then my c value would be negative 6. That'd be my constant. Let's just do one more where you have to come up with all 3 forms. Ugh, 2 points. That means I have to find the slope first. So I need to do 13 minus negative 5 over negative 10 minus negative 7. So that's going to give me 18, because 13 plus 5 is 18. Negative 10 plus 7 is negative 3. Well, then it turns out to be a nice number. It's negative 6 is my slope. So then if I use the negative 6 and the negative 7, negative 5, my first form is going to be y minus negative 5 equals negative 6, x minus negative 7, and I'm done. That's my first form. My second form is slope-intercept form. So I'm going to distribute and I'm going to subtract 5. So my second form is going to be y equals negative 6x, and then negative 47 is the constant. And then here, the standard form is going to be easy because there's no fractions. All I have to do is add 6x. So 6x plus y equals negative 47. So that's my third form. So point slope, slope intercept, and standard form are my 3 forms of a linear equation. So you're going to go to Delta Math. The first part of the assignment is just changing something that's in standard form and putting it into slope intercept form. And then there'll be a Google form where you can write all 3 forms of a linear equation. Here's the puzzle. If you can see this, there's a fork in the road. If you have any questions, please reach out, email me, and I will help you get through it.